Hi guys, so today I'm going to talk about Aspergers Syndrome. The reason why I want to talk about this is because I have it, and I think April's going to be Autism Awareness Month, and Aspergers Syndrome is a form of autism, so technically I have autism. A lot of people still don't know what Aspergers Syndrome is, but a lot of people do know what autism is. So when people ask why I act a certain way that they think is strange, I just say I have autism. Well, first I would say I have Asperger's Syndrome. They're like, what is that? And I'm like, I just have autism. It's a form of autism. And then they're like, oh, okay. And, sorry, my cat is wanting attention. Let me fix this for a second. Okay. That's better. Sorry for the background. So, yeah. Talk about me for now because, I can't just talk for the entire autism spectrum or Asperger's Syndrome because everybody's different. I'm different. Johnny, has a form of autism as well. He has Asperger's Syndrome like I do. But, we're very, very, very different. So I'm just going to talk about me for now. First, let's talk about sensitive to clothing. This is something that a lot of us have in common. For example, tags in our shirts and stuff. I mostly wear shirts that don't have tags on them, but there are some tags that don't bother me as much as certain other tags. And by tag, I'm talking about, like, you know, the things that are, I don't know if this has it. No, this one doesn't have it. My shirt has it. This. And, there's been a lot of clothing, not just the tags, but the feeling of a shirt or something. Or underwear, for example. My mom bought me a pair of underwear I think 2 months ago, and they had tags on them, which I've never seen that before. And I just put them on, and then I'm like, oh my god, it feels terrible. Like, it was on my back, so it was like scratching on my lower back, and it's the worst feeling ever, and so I just had to cut those off. Which I've never heard of tags being in underwear. I don't see why there would be tags on underwear, but yeah. Oh, and wait, no. Okay, next one. Easily stressed. I have a skin condition that is almost like an allergic reaction, but instead of being allergic to foods, I'm allergic to stress. I take medication for it. You can see it right there. And this is called, it's just a brand that you can buy over the counter, and it's kind of like Claritin. Well, actually, it has everything that Claritin has in it, but it's cheaper, and it brings 365 tablets for only $9, so it's better. I take 3 of these a day because it has become very strong. If I take less than 3, my lip swells up, I get itchy bumps all over my body, and it's very bad, very bad. I'll post some pictures here. So yeah, as you can see, it gets really bad, and it literally feels like chickenpox, but without the sickness, and it's just the worst feeling. It's very itchy, it's very annoying, and it just brings on more stress, so it just gets worse. So we went to a specialist, and they prescribed Claritin, and it's worked. I haven't had it in a long time, but as soon as I stop taking these, it comes back. So pretty much I'm going to have to take these for the rest of my life, which is not fun, but, you know. Next one is rocking back and forth. I do that a lot, but I also do this. I was just doing it. It's doing sideways, like this. And I do this when I'm stressed out, when I'm scared, pretty much anything when I'm happy. It just happens. And this is something that both me and Johnny share, but he does it more than I do. And he rocks back and forth when he's in a good mood. So yeah, we also both share the walking back and forth, but he does it way more than I do. I rarely do it. Instead, I actually spin, which is these are called what's the word? Stimming. And it's just to kind of when we're out in public, we look like we're crazy people. Johnny is walking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and I'm going in circles, going in circles, going in circles. My mom's used to it when she's out with us, so she doesn't really mind. And yeah, we just look crazy, but we don't really realize we're doing it until somebody tells us, which I usually catch on to Johnny. I'm like, Johnny, you're moving too much. He's like, I am. But nobody really has noticed me doing the spinning thing, which is a surprise because I do it a lot. Overly attached and very jealous. That's how I am. I'm very overly attached to Johnny and my dog. At first I was very jealous when it came to my dog because he doesn't really get attention from me as much. I try, but he just doesn't want it from me. So he's mostly towards Johnny and my dad. And at first I was kind of jealous about it, but I'm just kind of used to it now. But when it comes to my mom trying to make decisions for me when it comes to my dog, I don't like it because he's my dog. So, you know, she has no right to say anything. It's like my child, pretty much. And with Johnny, I am overly attached to him since the first day I met him, which was in the 7th grade. And I hate it when he talks to people, especially people that I feel I don't like, which is a lot of people. I have a thing with people, I just don't trust them. So yeah, I'm just overly attached to some things. Easily forgetting. Oh gosh. I feel like I am an old person when it comes to remembering things, like I have Alzheimer's. I forget so many things. I forget names, I forget, just you name it, I forget it. And it's really annoying. That's just something that I've always had. We've already talked about stimming. Seeing things differently. I never really noticed that I was different than anybody else. I just thought that I was strange. But when I would ask a question, and people would look at me strange, like, why? Like, why do you do that? Or something like that. And I'm just like, I don't know. What's wrong with it? And a lot of people think that my way of thinking can be a little crazy. When it comes to threatening, when I threaten somebody, for example, my brother and stuff, one time I told him that I was going to rip his arms off and I was going to shove them down his throat. That's a little weird. And when I was little, when I got in trouble, my mom would yell at me and she'd be like, why do you do these things? And I used to say, the voices in my head will told me to do these things. Which is a little creepy, I'll be honest. Very creepy. Over talking when nervous. I'm not much of a talker and I don't like talking to strangers. I barely talk to my own family. But I mean, I'm used to my parents. I do talk to them sometimes and they seem very annoyed because sometimes I can't stop talking. I am very shy and very quiet in reality, but when I'm very nervous, when I'm like at a doctor's office or something and I'm by myself, you would expect me to not say anything because I'm so nervous and scared, but it's actually the opposite. When I'm nervous and scared, I talk to try to just calm my nerves, if that makes sense. But when I'm doing that, I'm literally soaking wet with sweat, and I'm just almost freaking out. I'm screaming on the inside, let's just say that. Not talking. A lot of the time I don't talk. I'm very quiet. Unless I really know you, I'll talk. You may not see that online, like on Facebook and stuff, because it's a lot different than it is in person. if I saw you in person, I probably would not want anything to do with you, even if we're great friends online, because I just don't feel comfortable, you know? It's not, no offense, but it's just how I feel. Eye contact. I do not make eye contact unless I have a strong connection with you. For example, I have a strong connection with animals, so I'm okay with looking at animals. I actually love staring at my animals, like my cats and stuff, in the eye, because it almost feels like I know what they're thinking. I look at Johnny, I look at my mom. I kind of have a problem with looking at my dad and my brother in the eye, because I don't really have such a, like, we don't really talk much as I do with my mom and Johnny, so it's a little different. And when it comes to strangers, I do not make eye contact. I literally look down the whole time when I'm talking, or I look around them when I'm talking. Touching, even if it's just on the shoulder. If I don't know you, I don't like it. My brother does it a lot, where he just kind of like, he tries to hug me and stuff, and I don't like it. It's even with family, even my own parents, I just don't like it. The only one I allow to hug me is Johnny, because he also doesn't like touch, like, he doesn't like to be touched too much when it comes to strangers and stuff, but he doesn't really freak out, and I don't either. We try our best not to. So yeah, I just don't feel comfortable when, even if it's a hug, especially kisses, no, just stay away, like 5 feet away from me. I feel very uncomfortable. I don't know, I just do. But what's the word? Don't know what the word is, but I kind of, like, if somebody just does it right away, I literally just freeze. And a lot of people, like my family, know that I don't like hugs and stuff, and so a lot of them understand and they're okay with that, which is good. Change, for example, changing around furniture and stuff like that. To be honest, I actually love moving things. I hate it when things are the same for so long. It just bothers me. Like, I want something new. But when it comes to, like, change, when it comes to moving things, where if I don't move it to a place that I moved it, it's okay when I move things because I know where they are. But when somebody else moves something that's mine, I freak out because I don't know where it is, and then I get stressed out, and I don't like when people touch my stuff and move it where it wasn't where it was. So, sensitivity to sound. You can ask anybody in my house. I am easily annoyed with the slightest sound, but I also don't have the best hearing, if that makes sense. When somebody's talking to me, I literally, most of the time, I didn't listen. I had no idea what you were talking about. But when it comes to a sound, for example, if you can hear the background, that's the dryer. Sometimes the dryer gets really loud, and I can't stand it. It stresses me out. And at night, we turn on the fan because I like the sound that it soothes me. Soothes me. I don't know how to say that word. And, but sometimes where, like, there's a sound that wasn't there, and the sound's clicking because the fan, there's something stuck in the fan. It drives me crazy. Also the sound of someone chewing gum. Anything that's like very, just that slight little sound that nobody would really notice bothers me. It just bothers me so much. So yeah, I don't know if I'm forgetting anything else, but I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting something. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Oh, another thing, sleeping. When I sleep in my bed, me and Johnny sleep in the same bed, so I have to sleep against the wall. I cannot sleep when I'm on the edge. I just can't. I don't know why. It's just something I've always had. Even when I slept by myself, I always had to have the bed against the walls, and I would literally squeeze myself against the wall to sleep there. and I would put pillows on the side. That's how I'm comfortable with sleeping. Also socks and shoes. During the summer, I walk around shoeless and sockless all the time. I'm just barefoot all the time. So yeah, I think that's it. I think I'll stop talking now. Next video might be about Tourette syndrome. So yeah guys, thanks for watching. Bye.